CanAm Outlander 1000 XMR, 2020 CanAm Renegade 1000 XMR. Two of the most amazing machines I could ever have. 2 years on this one, 1 year on this one. This unit, a little dirty. This unit, obviously, is the tulip unit. The seat is at the house, so I was attempting to wash it. The mud just never ends. But this review is about the Renegade, the one we've had for 2 years. Amazing, amazing machine. It has a couple upgrades on it, just simple stuff. These lights, it's got an LED kit underneath it, it's green. It has the same rack that comes on the Outlander. This is actually on a Renegade. Where they say it doesn't fit, it actually does fit. And I have the little box on there, obviously. My keys for these machines, if you have multiple machines, you definitely have to get the keys synchronized. So this key is the only key I have right here anyway. It's going to start this machine. The same key is going to go on this machine. And it's going to start that machine. So both machines, all my machines run off the same keys. There's actually an Maverick X3 XRC Turbo over there in my driveway. That also runs off of all the same key. I do have green keys for both of them, gray keys for both of them. Same thing for the side-by-side, just so the kids don't get full power. Or if I let a friend, drive one, then they don't get full power. I let a buddy of mine ride this one, and he ended up flipping it with the full key, so I wouldn't recommend letting people just ride your stuff. But 2-year review. Let's see what it looks like up close. Switch this. So sorry, I have a tripod, so it's a little awkward, but yeah. So you have, these are the customized lights. They're on there with a special, really unique clamp mount. They've never moved. They just stay there. They don't wear the paint down. There is some wearing on the bars. If you see them, that is specifically from putting it in that trailer. When I put it in that trailer, there's such a tight fit between these two that they end up bumping sometimes, until I noticed it and put marine padding in between them. But as you can see, going through some of the mud pits, you're gonna hit rocks and you're gonna scratch up the green there. I have touch up for that green. I am removing the underbody lights, so that's why you see the wire hanging there. It's actually, I'm taking them off. And then here's the mount. This is how the mount looks on this unit. It actually attaches right in there, just like where those mounting bolts are. I mean, it literally mounts up the same. Only thing difference is you'll need to use some Teflon washers, or stainless steel if you like, and you can lift that a little bit, because it does need a little bit of lift, maybe like 1/8 of an inch inside of there, if you can see, because there's a little bit of weird spacing. But other than that, if you lift it a little bit, you'll be good to go. This was a used rack that I bought from somebody that had it on an Outlander, and I mean, I paid $100 for it, so I don't really, I'm not really too picky about the rack. I just wanted it and made sure that I had the rack on there. But it's the same identical rack that's on the Outlanders and on the Mavericks too. But if you look, let's take a look at some of this. This is 2 years. We definitely went through a lot of mud, a lot of water. For the most part, it is fairly stayed in fairly good condition. Muffler gets that little bit of that little dirt burn on it, but when you look at the paint on everything, it's freaking fantastic. I mean, they did a great job on this. They did a really great job on this. The seat, and I just ride it like anybody else. I mean, I don't go flipping it in the bushes, but I definitely ride it. The plastics on it still look really good. I mean, there's a little bit of marks. No really heavy scrapes or anything like that. A few rocks fly around because of these tires. These are the original tires that were on this machine. I don't know how this is going to look, but this angle you can see there's still a ton. That machine, and if you look at this machine, this has way newer tires because we got it a year later. And I mean, they really don't. These tires last. They definitely last. The handguards are a must, especially because I ride it in the winter. Never had any battery problems, never had any starting problems, never had any issues outside of one time. I took it to a park, Tall Pines Park in New York, and I got a bunch of mud in the radiator, and then I brought it home, and we continued to ride when I got home, and I ended up getting a bunch of leaves from a tree inside of that area, and it overheated one time, or started to overheat, so I ended up just cleaning that out and never really had an issue with it again. The winches worked great. Let's see what the hours and mileage is on this bad boy. Let's see. Battery kick. So we'll try and put some shade here. Let's see what we got. So odometer is 600 miles. So many hours. Oh, let's see. So we got 608, 12 hours. No, 121 hours. Yeah. So it's 123 engine hours, 121 riding hours, and 608 miles. So I don't know how that relates to you guys, but I would say about 300 miles per year. And that's a good amount. I didn't take it out the first year that much. Second year I took it out a little bit more. We just have so many things. It's kind of hard. So on the Outlander, let's look. We have 38 hours, and let's see. We have low fuel. Oh, there it is, menu. So we have 38 hours, 226 miles. So definitely a lot more miles we started to put on these things. That's just about a year old. So yeah, I mean, this is the Renegade, the 2020 Renegade 1000 XMR 1000R, and completely amazing machine. Amazing machine. I love the torque. It pops a wheelie like nothing. Just a fantastic machine. This whole air intake system where you can bring it in the water. I mean, I've had it in the water probably up to the lever here. No issues. It just runs. I mean, look at that. And this has been caked with mud before. We can look at all the components. I mean, everything in here is rather, like new looking. Nothing ever broke. But again, I mean, these things are meant to be ridden, and just not meant to be ridden like an idiot. So I ride it, I ride it like you should ride them, but I'm still cautious at the same time. If you look, here's the actual LED installation. So you can see, here's one of the LED pods that are up there. They actually go all colors. I just leave it on green, but these lights are really, really bright. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, no key. Let's get the key and see. One key, all units. It's nothing like that, man. Yeah, so there's the lights. So these lights are actually on the high beam switch. So there's a special relay that gives power to a relay that gives the system full power from the battery, and the relay is controlled by the high beam. So when I want to turn the regular lights on, I have the regular lights. When I turn the high beams on, then I get the fog slash, you know, full lights or LED bar lights. So it's pretty unique. Great system. That wiring ran very well. All fused off. All the connections soldered. And that's been on there since day one. So that's lasted for a very, very long time. And it fits good. I mean, I think it fits good. I've seen it one other way. Actually, I've seen it on the Outlander, a different way. They've actually run the lights connected here, and it's really nice because they say like nice and straight, where these ones can be awkward just because of the bar that they're at, but I like them to point out. So I tend to, you know, leave them turned out, and you can adjust these. They'll actually stay where you adjust them. They don't wobble around. They're on it's like a turn. It like clicks. So but yeah, and that lights, I mean, if I was to review those lights, those are by Traveler. I think I got them at like one of those Country Maxes or something. I think. No, I got the mounts at Country Max, not the lights. The mounts, they're really nice mounts. So definitely I would say buy. But yeah, that's the CanAm Renegade XMR 1000. 2 years old. Fantastic. It's got 4-wheel drive, obviously. It's got sports mode, regular mode. Then it has the main key, and it has the normal key, or the work key they call it. Let's see what else. Never had to touch the brakes. The brakes are perfect. The winches worked perfect. Kill switch, rev limiter to go in reverse. Obviously your start. And I've heard people having issues with the levers, and I've never had any. Just been fantastic. Works every time. So there is the review.